Eyewitness News Sports Director David Edelstein.
A quick turnaround here for the Utica Comets as they host Syracuse on back-to-back nights.
I just spoke with Utica Comets President Rob Esch. He says that he's feeling a little nervous, feeling that energy back in the building. Appreciate your time. I'm sure we'll talk again very shortly. State tournament coming up next for West Canada Valley and either Dallsville or Adirondack. We'll have highlights later tonight on Friday Night Beyond the Lights on WUTR. One of the big things as far as Herkimer College men's soccer is concerned is Ali Somo, the Proctor graduate. So this is really the first look at the Pioneers that any of us are getting in-game action against another live opponent before this season begins. 6 of who you might consider to be the Comets' top players in a typical year are on the Vancouver Canucks taxi squad right now. But with a new head coach, a new playbook, and also a new culture, Notre Dame's looking to turn things around this year. This field also full of history as 2020 National Baseball Hall of Fame inductee Larry Walker actually began his professional baseball career right here at Murnane Field. It's right in this spot where Hall of Fame baseball player Larry Walker signed the location where his plaque will be hung up. Student athletes say they're excited to finally have a normal school year. And this year we'll be able to see their excitement on their face too. How does it feel to be leading your team now with everyone behind you? What's the biggest thing you do from your perspective as head coach to get these guys to gel? Jack, how do you judge success? Like, how do you know that you're actually doing the right things on a day-to-day basis? The water making the field unplayable and unsafe conditions for the players tonight. But that all changes this year on Friday night, September 6th, when the Golden Knights host Skinny Atlas right here on the brand new field. We're trying to do a station kickball game.
Yeah, you know, it's good.
Might as well let everyone know. We'll have highlights on Monday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know if there are going to be many highlights.
Yeah, we'll have the lowlights.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So stay friendly and stay tuned.
Ready, ready!
Another practice for Utica College football.
Hey, watch Josh, man, ready!
But not just any other opponent.
I like football.
The Mohawk Valley Challengers, a football program for 5 to 25-year-old kids with special needs, arriving at UC for a day of play with the Pioneers.
The vibe today is just one of the happiest places you could be right now. Just seeing the kids smile, seeing the kids play around, everyone, even all the teams just going crazy for everyone.
These guys are great guys. They're all excited.
Utica College head coach Blaise Fagiano greeted the challengers. Then the Pioneers led warm-ups and drills. The main event?
Oh, God!
Flag football with game faces on.
This has honestly been the most amazing thing that I've ever done in my life. Just putting a smile on kids' faces and making their day is honestly like just the best thing you can ever do.
Just being able to see the kids, you know, they don't get necessarily maybe the same opportunities as we do. So to see their joy, that's why. I mean, like, because like football brings me like that happiness. So being able to give that to them as well, no better feeling.
Program leaders say there were lessons to cheer for on both sides of the ball. Not only about the strength of 5-year-olds, but also about mutual respect and appreciation of life.
This is going to build a lot of confidence for our athletes. Sometimes with their disabilities, you might not see them be a little bit more outgoing, but when you get them on the football field, that's a totally different story.
As a parent, it's awesome to see because a lot of these kids grow up facing a lot of hardship and not being included, and to be included with something on this scale, it's very heartwarming and just so cool that, you know, we're accepted. I think every good emotion you could think of is part of today.
And overall,
It was fun.
Football is back in the Mohawk Valley. And with it, the sounds that unite us behind our team. In a year where we've been told to stay apart, these notes of football have given us something to cheer for.
Wow, they just keep doing it just like that.
For Holland Patton, there's a new sound this year.
That was a really good start, everybody.
The voice of Golden Knights Jr. Wyatt Hump.
Now, what's going to happen now?
Wyatt, he's been there. He comes every day. You know, he's cheering us on every single practice, working as hard as just as all of us.
You want to grab those helmet fingers for me when you get a chance? The way I enjoy it is I absorb by watching the way how they do it, and they should all work together to order to claim victory.
Humph played football growing up.
When I was just way little, though,
and I never had a lot of experience, though.
But while you won't see number 24 on the field,
Well, I don't play, but I do help the team, though, and support.
he's all over the sidelines as team manager.
Come on, guys, keep pushing them back. Come on, push ahead, keep pushing them back. Come on, guys, come on.
When you make a big play, you look over on the sidelines, he's hyping the team up, and we're like, wow, you know, like this kid cares about our program, he cares about us.
And I'm trying to talk through and see what they're doing and what needs to be helped.
Holland Patton coaches named Benedetto Player of the Week after the team beat RFA this month. But instead of taking the medal for himself, he stood up and gave it to Humph.
At the end of the game, I looked around, I said, you know, who really holds the team together? Why it's one of those people.
When he gave me the medal, it made me feel so like, well, he shouldn't have, though, but it was very nice of him, though, so it made me feel like, well, not just special, but not just normal, but it made me so like their proud leader.
Normal, because at 5 years old, Humph was diagnosed with autism. He's dealt with challenges growing up that did not end when the game clock hit 0. Now, the camaraderie of Benedetto's gesture has also carried off the field.
Even though we had the victory, you got the W that day, I think this means more than getting that W. For Michael to come out of the blue and just give it to Wyatt, and it meant a lot. I was proud of him.
Family on three, 1, 2, 3. How it means to be a Holland Patton Golden Knight is to show your spirits for purple of royalty and gold for wealth. And they should know what you really are.
What they are, and who Humph is too. Not only a team manager, but also a teammate.
And teamwork makes the dream work.
Reporting in Holland Patton.
Now my turn. Now it's my time to shine.
David Edelstein, Eyewitness Sports.
Excuse me, referee, I'll get that. Thank you.
We've lost royalty, Hall of Fame royalty.
Al Kaline, Tom Seaver, Lou Brock, Bob Gibson, Whitey Ford, Joe Morgan, 6 Baseball Hall of Famers who have passed away in 2020, the most ever in a single year.
At some point you go through sadness, then you go through grief, then you know, even in our own personal lives for those we lose close to us, then you kind of get back to the celebration a little bit of the storied career.
Hall of Fame President Tim Mead says it's the Hall's job to be that place where fans can come together to both mourn and celebrate the lives of the players. Special wreaths placed on their plaques to mark their memory.
When you see it when it happens, you know it's out of the ordinary. You know it's something different, and you know what it means. It's a finality.
We are the heartbeat of baseball. We are the spiritual home of our national pastime, and in that role, we are here to celebrate their legacies.
VP of Education John Shostakofsky says the Hall keeps players' stories alive through artifacts spread throughout the museum, items that were there with the Hall of Famers, now on display.
That's where we have the great opportunity to expand on the legacies of these individuals and explain where they fit into the history of the game.
Remembering them as great baseball players and great people, legends of the past, and inspiration for the future.
Eyewitness Sports right now.
Utica Comets have been outshot in 6 of their 10 games so far this season, and in their last 2 games, Utica has only had 1 more shot than its opponents. But yet the Comets have won all 10 games so far in a row to start the season. So that means one thing: the defense and the goaltending have been strong. And head coach Kevin Dineen and defenseman Robbie Russo both say that is the case, and they're working on making their blue line even stronger.
There's talks about the number of shots we give up, and at the end of it, we acknowledge that. We know that's part of our DNA right now. For me, it's chances against, which is a big difference between shots and chances against, and I feel like our game has been solid in that area, that our defense does drive our offense.
I feel like a lot of things are going our way right now. I'd say the main thing, we're getting really good goaltending. Get the puck and get it to these good forwards, I'd say, so you don't have to defend. I feel like we have the puck a good amount, just trying to get it to those guys because a lot of playmakers up there.
Goalie Akira Schmid leads the league in goals against average right now, and Nico Dawes is 5th in the AHL in save percentage. Also a note that Deneen says Brian Flynn is doubtful to return for tomorrow's game, but possible for Friday or Saturday. He's still out with an upper body injury, but he did skate on the ice after practice today, and Deneen says he is, quote, in pretty good shape. Utica looks to tie the AHL record of 11 wins in a row to start a season tomorrow at 7 p.m. at Rochester. In women's basketball tonight, a matchup we see about once a year. Utica College hosted SUNY Oneonta. The Red Dragons have won the last 10 meetings over the past 12 years. This year, UC has started with 2 wins and Oneonta 3 losses. The Red Dragons looking for some early momentum. A ball off the bottom of the glass leads to a fast break, and the jumper's good by Morris High School graduate Elizabeth Thompson early in quarter 2 to pull Oneonta within 2. Then Thompson again from the left. Utica still leads 23-21 with 2 minutes before the half, though. The close game continues. It's now a 2-point lead for Oneonta with 1 minute left. Whitesboro graduate Patrina DeMarco wishes on that rainbow, and it falls in for the pot of gold for the Pioneers to take a 1-point lead with less than a minute left and less than 18 seconds left. DeMarco recovers, flies through the air, and the frozen ball. Gravity helps it out. Part of a UC 7-point run where DeMarco had 10 points to finish the night. Tied it up, though, Oneonta did with 9 seconds left on that three-pointer, but Utica College pulls through in overtime, 70-67. The Pioneers topped the Red Dragons for just the 3rd time since 1982, the 1st time since 2009. Utica had 12 steals and 14 fast break points in the game, and in a close one like this, that was the difference maker. Also in women's basketball, Unitigo graduate and Herkimer women's basketball freshman Jenna Faulkner has been named the NJCAA Region 3 Athlete of the Week. Faulkner's helped lead the Generals to 5 wins in a row to start the season. She ranks 3rd in the nation in blocks, 5th in offensive rebounds, 29th in total rebounds, and is in the top 75 for steals. And speaking of our local high schools, we have some more updates on high school winter sport protocols. Oriskany High School Athletic Director Dave Buck says that the Center State Conference schools are going to be following similar rules this year. For Oriskany, they are masks being worn at all times, no food or drink in the gym, except student athletes can bring their own water. 4 tickets per student athlete for both home and away players, and there will be different entrances and different seating sections for the home teams and fans and the visitor teams and fans. We'll continue to keep you updated on guidelines for these and all schools and league protocols at cnmyhomepage.com. And in baseball, Noah Syndergaard is not returning to the Mets. ESPN reports that the pitcher has agreed to a 1-year contract with the Angels. So for now, that's all for sports, but go check out cnmyhomepage.com for all your top sports stories. And as always, there's more Eyewitness News after the break. So stay friendly and stay tuned.